streets in protest against this new ruling.
Alone, they had 65 notices of violations, over 2,100 odor complaints from the community here, and now we're supposed to trust them with untested, hazardous wildfire debris.
Many are also worried that the waste, which can also pose health risk, won't be properly handled by the facility. And in 30 seconds, we track the winter chill back in the air on Friday morning, plus how a changing climate could adversely affect not just our seasons, but aging. We'll be right back.
It's time for more Weather Extra. Here we are looking at that weekend outlook. The warmest day of your weekend, you could probably see it. Saturday, temperatures upper 60s, nearing 70. Lots of sunshine. Beautiful day to really just get outdoors, soak it up, make some outdoor plans, go for a walk, get that vitamin D. If you're going to be out for long periods of the day, it still wouldn't hurt to just apply some sunscreen, especially to your face. I wear it every day, in case you're wondering. Sunday, a little bit cooler though. Afternoon highs struggling to reach the 60s and expect a chilly Sunday morning, but it's okay because hey, Sunday afternoon will still bring you plenty of sunshine. If you are in the spring mood, well, guess what? We are less than 21 days away until the official start of the spring season. I believe that's March 22nd. But before we talk about spring, let's talk about your mornings tomorrow. We're going to see a chilly start to the day as well. We're talking about low 40s and upper 30s, 39 in Anniston, 37 in Coleman, 39 in Columbiana, 37 in Gadsden, low 40s right here in Jefferson County. But even though we're expecting cooler temperatures to start off your Friday, warmer weather could be on the horizon for your spring. Meteorologist Lauren Linehan has the weather low down on these warmer spring temperatures. Lauren, let's talk about that weather low down.
Well, you know, we always like to get real low down around here, but it's because we love to give you that low down, especially when it comes to not just weather, but climate, because weather and climate are so intricately linked. Remember, we always say, think of weather as your mood, which goodness knows we have some moods around here, but climate is like your personality. What is that pattern over time? So our friends at Climate Central have analyzed climate data across the U.S., and this is looking basically at the past 50 plus years since 1970 and shows that generally during the season of spring, which we're looking at meteorological spring, so the months of March, April, May, there has been overall an increased warming. Now, if we think about all of the individual seasons, winter is the season that shows the most marked warming. But across the U.S., generally over the past 50 years, there has been a trend towards some warmer springs. So how does that map out here in Alabama? Well, if we look at the Birmingham area, as we look at the average temperature over the 3-month period, that is meteorological spring, you can see that generally since 1970, we have seen an increase in that average temperatures for spring months go up by almost 4 degrees Fahrenheit. And then if we look at the actual number of warm spring days that we have on average during that 3-month period of meteorological spring, generally each spring now we're getting about 20 days that are running warmer than average. So there has been a marked warming. And if we think about this past winter, obviously this has been a pretty cold winter for us, but one winter alone cannot deny that the general trend across the globe since the Industrial Revolution has been showing a marked warming. Now, if we were to continue to see springs warming here in Alabama, how could that impact us? Well, I don't know about y'all, I got seasonal allergies, and we know our favorite yellow culprit will be just around the corner here soon. So if you have warmer temperatures, that is going to cause more pollen, and if you have warmer, possibly drier days, that could lead to a greater wildfire risk. So we'll always continue to monitor that here on First Alert Weather Extra. But check this out. Speaking of warmer temperatures, and heat waves may also affect not just the seasons, but the elderly to age faster. This is according to a new study from the University of Southern California. They found that older adults living in hotter climates show rapid signs of aging. Those who are often exposed to hot days show higher signs of epigenetic aging, which is just changes in DNA patterns than those who weren't as exposed.
Well, still ahead on First Alert Weather Extra, we're bringing the first alert for the chance of showers and storms next week. But we're also heading to the classroom to meet our newest junior weather watchers. We'll be right back.
All right, let's talk about this weather tonight. A cold front moved in today. It's still a beautiful day out there, but it will drop the temperatures back down in the 30s in a lot of areas tomorrow morning. Some data suggesting Birmingham, as you can see here, will drop to 39. And earlier in the week, that's what our forecast was showing. So it's been right there around that mark for tomorrow morning early in the day. Afternoon highs tomorrow will be warming up into the 60s. West wind comes back tomorrow. It picks up later in the day. Dry, sunshine, just a bit breezy, but highs back into the 60s. It's still going to feel nice out there later in the day. But notice Saturday, here comes another cold front that sweeps across. We'll have highs right around 70 in some of our warmer locations, but the front actually moves through during the day Saturday, so that's going to start to drop the temperatures. We'll have winds out of the north, and I expect lows by Sunday morning could drop to near freezing in some areas, especially outlying areas, early Sunday morning, so a first alert for a colder start. But again, you can see tomorrow winds west at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. So the weekend looks dry, even though we have a front moving in. Saturday looks dry. Also, Sunday looks like a dry day, just a cold start. Monday, though, we start to see dew points come up, moisture levels increase, maybe a passing shower to the north Monday night and into Tuesday morning. That's why we put a small chance for a shower in there. Start to get primed in for that next system, and you can see it arrives by Wednesday of next week. And hopefully we get some beneficial rain out of this. I mean, that's the one good thing is we have a decent chance of rain here. The big question, as we've been talking about since Mondays, could we see a risk for some severe storms with this? Right now, the way it looks, the greatest instability is back off to the west. So as we actually released our first severe weather outlook on this particular event for the day, again, this is the WBRC outlook, but you can see we're really highlighting areas back to the west. That risk is more marginal the further east you go, but again, that's based on what we see today, and that could certainly change. So check in for updates, but right now that's what I'm seeing. And just looking at the data, you can see for next week that greatest severe risk back in here. That's all the soupy air that feeds those thunderstorms, but you can see the models really show that instability fading away as it moves further east. But again, so far out, a lot could change with this, so let's just stay alert and keep it on our radar for next Wednesday. The possibility of some storms. We're getting into that spring stormy time of year, so we need to watch it. Highs in the 70s. Again, this weekend looks dry. Nice weekend. Those cold mornings coming up. You can see there maybe a shower or two coming up towards the end of next week and into next weekend that we'll be talking about as well. Look at these yummy weather cookies. It's time for some weather in the classroom. Those were from Walker Elementary School. The Ram Country there in northern Tuscaloosa County had a blast there today with the kindergartners, and they were all about some weather in the classroom. Lots of junior First Alert weather watchers. Listen to all those weather watchers excited about the weather. Yeah, it was the excitement was like a storm in there today, Tania. We had so much fun, but also sang some weather songs, and they did a great job. We named our band here, we're the Rockin' Rams. You like that?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so had a great time. And hey, listen, you can sign up for Weather in the Classroom. Teachers, head over to our website and look for our activity book. You can also submit color the weather photos and sign up to become a junior weather watcher. But we have so many visits lined up. Lots of fun there in Tuscaloosa, and what a perfect day for a weather visit, Tania. The weather with the sunshine out there today, I'm loving it.
I know. Let's just hope it stays like this beyond the 7-day, right?
Right. And take us beyond the 7-day, because we still have some cold mornings. We continue to say don't put away the jacket, right?
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
let's take a look to see if we have any more freezes in the forecast as we look beyond the 7-day. Here we are, first of all, taking a look at our temperature outlook. It looks like there's a mix across the United States, but as we look closer to home, we're actually trending more above average March 7th through the 13th. And notice how, if you've been following us every single day going beyond the 7-day, you've seen how it's fluctuated literally every day. So this is something that we're monitoring on the daily. We look at our precipitation outlook March 7th through the 13th, and as we look across the United States, many states are actually going to be dealing with above average rainfall, and that includes us right here across central Alabama. So let's talk about this pretty quickly. Next rain chances in the forecast doesn't look like a whole lot. Keep in mind, this is not including the storm system next Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. This is beyond that. We're looking at March the 9th, seeing another system moving through. This is the end of next weekend, so just giving you that first alert. But other than that, maybe some clouds passing through. I'm not seeing a lot of wet weather as we bring in those couple of days of March. And then as we look ahead to freezes, possibly, I definitely think we'll see some cold mornings. I'm not seeing any hard freezes in effect, but this is March 9th showing upper 30s, and we could possibly see some more cold mornings with temperatures in the 40s and upper 30s again. So keep those jackets on standby. Even though winter is still around for a couple more weeks, farmers in California are optimistic for the upcoming strawberry season. Dave Alley has more on this.
Rows and rows of strawberries soak up the Santa Maria sun Wednesday morning.
It's the #1 crop in the area, and the Santa Maria area is now the largest production area in the world.
More than 6,000 acres of Santa Maria Valley land are used to grow strawberries. It's by far the top crop in Santa Barbara County and an essential driver of the local economy.
A lot of families depends on the strawberry industry. It's a lot. It involves a lot, so we all excited, when at this time of the year.
When the peak of strawberry season here begins to kick in.
Now it's kind of like Christmas morning to where we're all ready to open the packages, and packages are the red gems here behind me.
While the weather has been mostly dry over the last several months, including this current winter, growing conditions for these berries out here in these fields have not been adversely affected.
We need good sunshine because nothing makes the world grow more than sunlight does.
As temperatures rise, followed by production ramping up, traffic is also increasing at local strawberry stands.
We're doing really good. It seems like the weather's helping now. We need more sun, and it seems like it's going to be a good year.
It's a year where farmers are not just keeping their eye on the weather, but also new national immigration policies and how those may potentially impact the workforce.
We're all aware of it. We're all conscious of it. And again, we all do everything we can. We do our best efforts in staying within the parameters of the law.
As growers look ahead, they're hopeful and optimistic as they produce Santa Maria's most famous fruit.
Right now they're big, they're pretty, they last longer, they have good flavor. And I love my customers because they're always happy.
Go out and buy California strawberries, and that's something that everyone will agree upon. Enjoy, because we're making more.
Let's get a look at those weather photos. Check out this one from Christy Kahn, sent in from the sunset in Warrior yesterday.
I know you love that one, Lauren.
I sure did. People know. Send me your cat photos.
Love the cat photos. Alvin Finch sharing this lovely sunset on Red Mountain.
And Brandon Still, Brandon. Okay.
Our
Dog-
weather watcher, Brandon Steele.
Okay,
Yeah,
but the
Oxford,
least
yeah.
got me. Brandon Steele, dogwoods blooming in Oxford. Oh my gosh, the
Yeah.
tree looks beautiful, and that definitely gives all the spring vibes right now.
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks away.
Yeah, and the pollen vibes too.
Also that.
I heard a couple sneezes in here today,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't know.
It was.
Maybe it's the dry. It's the dry weather, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Let's do.
You okay, Lauren?
I'm just existing over here. I don't know about
Hey,
y'all.
listen, check in with us tonight. We'll talk a lot more about next week. Updated 7-day forecast. Tania, we'll see you first at 9. I'll see you at